Council meeting will now come to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honorable City Council members, Mayor, Madam Treasurer, our City Attorney, Chief of Staff, Deputy Clerk, and to those of you who are here that's with us this evening in the audience, and also to those that's viewing via our broadcast channel and YouTube Live, welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting, and today's date is Monday, April 26th. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portions of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card, which is located on the table in the back, and hand it to the deputy clerk. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo. Here. Councilman Bullock.
Here.
Councilman Jones.
He's
he's excused, so noted. Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
And Councilman Wilhite.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum for tonight's regular council meeting. Madam Chair and Council, the agenda that we're submitting tonight is amended from the agenda presented originally in your packet. And that amendment includes adding a section under the clerk's report, agenda item AB. So we're submitting an amended regular meeting agenda, which reads as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, public comment. Number 3, approval of the consent agenda. Number 4, discussion, items removed from the consent agenda. Number 5 is petitioner. Number 6 is the chairperson's report. Number 7 is the mayor's report. 8 is the clerk's report. 9 is the treasurer's report. 10, public comment. 11, unfinished business. 12, new business. 13, the warrant. 14, communication. And number 15 is adjournment. And a motion will be in order to accept the amended regular council meeting agenda as presented.
Madam Chair, I'll make that motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll second it.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wilhite to approve the amended regular council meeting agenda as presented. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. Number 2, public comment, and this is for agenda items only. This portion of the agenda, again, is for those in the audience who would like to address the City Council regarding agenda items only. Comments on non-agenda items will be heard later in the meeting during the second public comment period, agenda item number 10. The rules to address City Council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. To address City Council for the items on the agenda, please raise your hand. After being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and you may state your name. Member of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. And Madam Chair, we do not have any written request for this public comment portion of the agenda.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to open it up to anybody in the audience that want to speak on the public comment on agenda items. That's all we're discussing on this part of the public comment. Please raise your hand. Okay.
Right, thank you. Number 3, approval of the consent agenda. All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered routine by the council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion of an item is requested, it will be removed from the consent agenda and considered under the next agenda item number 4. Agenda item number 4. Okay. The consent agenda item 3A, approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, April 13th, 2026 at 7:30 PM. Consent agenda item 3B, approval of the minutes from the special meeting study session held on Monday, April 13th, 2026 at 5:30 PM to discuss the quarterly investment report, and at 6:00 PM to discuss the proposed 26-27 fiscal year city budgets for the 34th District Court and the Romulus Public Library, and the special meeting executive closed session held at 7:00 PM to discuss pending union matters. Consent agenda item 3C, for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 2526-16 in the amount of $104,500. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of April 13th, 2026. Consent agenda item 3D, for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 2516-17 in the amount of $127,000. This budget amendment was introduced at the April 13th, 2026 council meeting. And the last item under the consent agenda, 3E, request approval of a no-fee permit for the downtown activities and street closures scheduled for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026 for entertainment and Eagle Alley. That completes your consent agenda items requesting approval.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So we're going to open it up to any items that any council person would like to pull to discuss. Okay. Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
We need a motion to
So we
approve
need a
the
motion to
consent
accept the
agenda. Yes,
consent
ma'am.
agenda.
I'll make that motion to approve the consent agenda.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wilhide, seconded by Ms. Roscoe for the approval of the consent agenda as stated. Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Number 4, there were no items removed from the consent agenda. That takes us to number 5, petitioner. And we do have, Madam Chair and Council, we have a petitioner on the agenda. We actually have 2 petitioners on tonight's agenda. The first petitioner under 5A, we have, I believe it's Matteo Truck Plaza Flexmart. The petition is a reconsideration to vacate a street and alley in the Beauchamp subdivision. So I don't know if the petitioners are here this evening.
Good evening. My name is Michael Brock. I'm with Tennessee Engineers. Here tonight with Madco Truck Plaza. Madco's, it's located at the northwest corner of Inkster and East Road. There are some lots within their property. They're kind of at the southwest corner over there. This is Beauchamp subdivision that was platted in 1926. And it was actually a continuation of Stabley subdivision along East Forest Road. By vacating the alley and the street, all properties can be combined into one contiguous parcel with one parcel ID number. And that's kind of a condition upon the planning department. That's a condition for the site plan approval. The property was granted site plan approval in 2000, which included a new building and parking lot expansion with stormwater management. The western portion of the property was to remain grass. Sometime around 2005, the previous owner placed gravel in the western portion of the property and started parking trucks and trailers on it. Nasser Holdings purchased the property in 2022 and continued operations on the property as they previously were. The city requested a new site plan to be submitted to bring the truck and trailer parking on the gravel up to compliance, which Nasser Holdings has hired us to prepare. So we've been working with the city on improvements to the property. The proposed site plan includes new pavement where the gravel areas are, new fire hydrants, site lighting, and a stormwater management system to handle the additional storm runoff generated from the new pavement. The new pavement will be set back 50 feet from the E-course road right-of-way line. Just go over These are just the board engineering drawings that we developed. The new site plan, it includes a 4-foot-high berm along E-course within the proposed development portion with extensive landscaping that will screen the trucks and trailers from E-course Road. If the vacations are approved tonight, a lot combination will be submitted to the city to combine all of the parcels, and the site plan package will be submitted almost immediately to Wayne County for stormwater management approval. And we would submit to the city as well at the same time for their engineering approvals. I can introduce you to Nick, who can talk a little bit about the day-to-day operations and what they have plans for.
How you doing, guys? Name is Nick. I'm one of the owner-operators of the site. I've taken full possession of the site about 3 weeks ago, and one of the first things I noticed is how chaotic it is. There's a lot of trucks in and out. There's a lot of old utility trucks, trailers, whatnot, and part of the plan is to basically improve the site and figure out a way to make it much more appealing, much more functional, and much more safer for the ongoing traffic in and out. You guys have done a great job in the city, and we're just trying to match the energy. So if you guys have any direct questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
No.
Go ahead.
Let me go with James.
Yeah, through the chair. So I'm not sure if you're here for the pilot conversation, but they provided a lot of information that goes along with security. I know you're open right now. I'm kind of looking at
Correct.
your overview of what it looks like right now. So is there any plans, because I don't see it in here, but is there any plans for improvement on your security portion of that? Like as far as lighting, camera systems, they're using overnight security. Anything along those lines? Because it's just not, I don't see it.
Absolutely. Part of what we plan on doing is definitely as far as the lighting, that's something that we are definitely planning on adding on. 24-hour security system, pretty standard nowadays. On-site security guard, 24 hours is also
Something that you plan on
absolutely.
implementing?
That is, it's much needed. We already implemented it right now. There's an on-site security personnel just for the purpose of controlling where trucks park and how they park. You know, these guys come over, you know, they come in late at night, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. You know, they're just trying to stop for a couple of hours, get a rest, and sometimes they're parking where they shouldn't. They're blocking either where the tanker comes in to fill the gas, or, you know, in areas that they're not supposed to. And the only way to control that is having someone on site. We used to kind of rely on the staff to do that, but we realized real quick that it was just not very efficient. So currently we have an on-site security guard managing the parking and whatnot.
So what is your intention, from looking at the aerial images of it right now? It's hard to tell whether or not it's just a storage area or if it's a truck stop. So are you planning on it being a truck stop, or is it storage and
No, truck
maintenance?
stop. For our business to be successful, the best way to go about is having trucks, parked. Trucks that are functioning, that they're on the road daily. Guys that come in, fuel up, hit the road, come back, grab a snack, head home, wake up the next morning, fuel up, hit the road. That's the only way for this truck stop to be, successful. Currently, there's some storage parking currently, which I've already started working on getting rid of a lot of that. There's some old trucks that are there, some old trailers, and, yeah, I'm definitely working on that.
Sir, if I'm looking at this correct and everything you're telling me, if I look back at this in a year or two from now, I would only see, like just white tops of semi-trucks and not cars and not, dumpsters and
Absolutely. That's
pallets
our-
and what,
that is
everything else I'm seeing.
absolutely our goal, yes, absolutely. A lot of what you see currently was kind of left over from the previous owners. Some of these people are almost impossible to get a hold of. Some of these guys kind of just call in, pay a small fee, whatever the monthly fee is. I've never seen them or met them. And one of the things that we've already started doing is basically reaching out to them, giving them, a generous period of time to basically, hey, we need to get these things out of here. If not, we'll figure out a way to do that ourselves. Yep. And a lot of what we're trying to do is, we do have overnight parking. There's got a lot of local truckers that come in, park their truck, head home, come back. And our goal with the new parking structure is to basically kind of transition a lot of that traffic, a lot of that monthly parking, what we call it, to the back lot. That way, the guys that come in and only have to park for an hour or two, they can actually park in a small, existing designated parking right now that we have. Yeah, that's our goal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wadsworth, Mark and then Mr. Wadsworth.
Yeah, I have a couple questions for you. If we were to approve tonight the abandonment of that, what is your timeline? Do you think that it would take you to get the lot finished with the landscaping and the lights and?
So we would immediately submit the plans to Wayne County and to the city for the lot combination. We would submit to Wayne County for the stormwater management permit. They usually take between 3 and 4 months to approve that. And once that's approved, well, even before that's approved, once we submit to Wayne County, we would submit to the city of Romulus for their engineering review as well. So those two reviews could go side by side. So as soon as those are approved, we hopefully have a pre-construction meeting and start construction.
All right. I drove through there yesterday, and it's a junkyard.
Oh, I agree.
It's-
I agree. I agree. A lot of those.
I couldn't believe it. And how many violations have you gotten from the city, submitted from the city?
I'm not honestly sure, but I know a lot of the violations were, kind of how business was done previously, and we kind of walked into something kind of business as usual, and slowly as we found out, as we were aware of all these violations, we've corrected a lot of them, I'm pretty sure. A lot of them were corrected throughout the year or so that we've been in communication with the city and whatnot. I don't think we've gotten anything recently, honestly. I know we've did a lot of cleanup and clearing out as far as that back lot. And a lot of the things that need to be done on an existing lot would not be, we would almost have to be kind of done in sections where once this is approved, this is done, we can kind of transition into the rest of the lot just because of how tight it is currently. As far as violations, I was aware of a few throughout the years. I'm not aware of the exact violations. I know we've worked on a lot, we fixed a lot, and anything that is currently pending or existing, we're willing to work on.
I see. Yeah. So the lot that you have cleaned up,
Correct.
how long did that take?
Couple of months, I believe.
A couple of months. Well,
There's a lot of,
after driving through there, you got a lot of work on the existing property. And I'm not inclined to vote yes for this right now, but after the rest of the council gets a chance to answer a question.
as far as the building itself and the property itself, there was a lot of improvements that were done in the past 3 years. The building itself was kind of updated, the canopy and whatnot. There was a lot of cleanup that went on in the past couple of years. So it's a, you know, it's a work in progress. We're not a massive corporate, you know, we don't have a ton of, you know, financials behind us to do that all in one night or whatnot. You know, we're doing this as we are able to, you know, financially and reasonably within our capacity.
Right. Well, like I said, I drove through there yesterday,
Yeah.
and it's a junkyard. And I wouldn't be inclined to vote yes on this and give you more property to become an ordinance hassle.
Yeah, and if I can just clarify, I'm sorry if I interrupted. If I can just clarify, the vacation of that street in the 10-foot alley is, I guess, necessary in the fact that they would need that vacated in order to move on with the pavement and the proposal as is laid out. So without that vacation, they couldn't move forward with the pavement and combining the lots. And therefore, I don't know, be kind of up in limbo, but, you know, their goal is to clean up that back lot, pave it, and just use it strictly for parking. And the alley and street vacation are necessary for that.
Mayor?
One simple word, why? Why can't they move forward with cleaning that site up? Without
They can
the
move forward with cleaning the site up, but to pave it, to pave the property.
Can you show me on that plan, the site we're talking about, so everybody will see the area that needs to be vacated?
Yeah, I have this, can I walk up here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a pointer on there as well.
Oh, it's only, it's this street right here, which is a paper street. The street doesn't actually exist. You know, it was left over from 1926 when it was platted. And then just this small little public alley right here. So on the site plan, we have a berm and landscaping that's going through here. The parking lot is set back 50 feet from the property line. And we have some vital retention swales around the property that handles the stormwater. So these are necessary to be vacated, similar to what happened on this other subdivision. This was vacated, this street was vacated, it was a public alley that was vacated. You know, we just need to continue it on that portion that is.
And the reason I asked the why was so we can't develop the rest of that site in accordance with the zoning ordinance if we don't have that small parcel on the south side?
Well, they do own the parcels around the street and the alley, and they are currently utilizing them, you know, but that's.
Illegally. It was never approved, right? I mean,
No, it was never approved, and that's what we're trying to
Right.
accomplish today.
and what I'm getting at here, and, you know, I can speak on it because I was a building official for 20 years here before, and this site has been continued blight in our community for years. And I haven't met you yet, and if you're the latest player in the game, I wish you well over there. But you have a site that's been ignoring Romulus's ordinances and requirements for years, expanded without authority or permission. It was tasked up 6 years ago when I was a building official to either return it to its natural state or get in process. And it's not its natural state right now. And using your words, it's a junkyard. So we have a site that's been blighted in our area. We've also improved the infrastructure in Inkster Road and Ecorse Road. We've done our portion as a municipality, and this site continues to be blight in our area, and you're asking city council to vacate an area to increase it. And that's why I asked the question, why can't we move forward? How come nobody's done anything yet on this site without this little sliver on the southwest corner of this site that you guys could put a berm on? And I believe the security that was there before, the whole reason this got on our radar is the security in the lot was some guy sleeping in a camper, the camper caught on fire and he died. So that's what happened to security before. So again, I can speak for years on this site and the continued blight over there and the lack of cooperation. And if we need numbers, I probably have the building official here right now where he could talk about the numerous violations for this site. And I think there might be something active in court right now. Am I wrong on that?
No, there was a court, there was a judgment to get this site put up,
Okay.
get up paved, and we were in court with them.
Okay. So, and Ed, I will leave you with this, so if council does not authorize the vacation of this alley, will you still move forward with bringing this code up to standard as similar to new development in our community? without the expansion. Because everything right now that's on gravel, that's on the west and south corner, that was done without city approval. And like I said, 6 years ago, that was supposed to be restored to its natural state or getting processed, and here we are, 2026, we're finally in process and going, hey, we can't do this unless we get this little sliver of property taken care of. I'll leave it up to council on that.
I'm pretty sure, currently, there's really nothing's going on the gravel side as far as I can tell. I mean, they might, every once in a while, you might get someone that's overnight that does pull up in there, and then by the time the security guard catches them. But as far as I'm aware of, that whole lot is clear out, cleaned up.
I wouldn't go as far as say cleaned up. It's all gonna be subjective. I did see the site that you guys moved the trucks and the debris and the trash that was there, but there's still an area that's just, let's see, it's west of your detention pond that's still occupied with vehicles. And that was last week when I drove through that site, so.
I mean, it's definitely not 100% where we would like it to be. It's definitely an improvement from where it was at, and I want to continue moving that direction. And we're willing to work with you guys. If there's something that you want me to focus on and come back and talk about it,
Through the chair.
I'm open to that as well.
Mark?
And we want to work with you.
Absolutely.
But the problems that you've had with ordinance and that, we get a lot of the no. And my suggestion, matter of fact, I'm going to make a motion that we postpone this vote until September. And that will give you enough time to get the lot that's existing in order and show us in good faith that you're willing to work with us also.
Absolutely.
So I would like to make a motion that we postpone this vote until September to give him.
Madam Chairman, I asked to talk about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Actually, the mayor, and he's covered most of the things that I was going to say, but I'm not a fan of trucks. But this has been a junkyard. The mayor talks like 20 years ago. I remember it 35 years ago. Have you just recently bought the property?
So 22.
22.
In 22. Yeah, I'd be willing to give you a chance to, do what you say, but one thing that I'm concerned about, you say you're gonna change the lights. Is it gonna affect the residents that live north of there?
No.
No, we've had a photometric plan done that shows almost near zero foot candles along the property line. So they'd be down shielded, flat lights that are just shining down.
Okay, fine, I'm done then, thank you.
I'm
They
sorry,
talked
anybody
about-
else?
These two fellows talked about everything I was gonna say, so.
Thank you. So we have a motion on the table by Councilman Wilhide. Do we have a second?
Second that.
Okay. Mr. Booth.
Either one.
Okay, it's been motioned by Mr. Wilhide to postpone this until September, and it's been seconded by Mr. Bullock. Is there any more discussion?
I just, through the chair, I'd just like to say, so we're going to see in good faith what you get accomplished. And, because I will go through it again, because that's what that's my task. But,
Do the chair.
Yes, Mayor?
Just one more, Nick, I don't think I've met you yet, so welcome to the city of Romulus. And my words might be harsh right now, but this is my home, and I hope you're that guy that's gonna finally affect change on this site, because if not, we will shut the thing down. I just wanna be completely transparent with you, that it's been blighting our community. If we wanna see it repaired, I hope you're that guy. So I hope we're back here in September and we have a much better discussion. Thank you.
And just to say, I just want to chime in real quick. The mayor did ask if you guys are going to move forward. I don't know if the question was addressed that he asked, but I hope you do, because we do like to partner, with people. If that's your goal to move forward with the city, we would love to have that partnership moving forward. So I hope you guys.
And it's okay, I would love to speak to you, maybe just kind of get some sort of a guideline of what you're looking for, so I can kind of work towards, instead of just kind of, the way I see it might be different from how you guys see it. So if you can at least kind of guide me through the process, at least tell me, hey, fix this, do this, let's head this way and at least have some sort of a plan moving forward.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, that's good, but I thought, I mean, he working with you, Jeff, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. That's the expert right there. I mean, he got input, but that's the
I know a big
expert.
portion of it was already done. It was more of controlling the flow of things, and, I mean, I see a lot of things you see, and I'm already in motion, a lot of these things. Like I said, I've taken over the operation about 3 weeks ago, and I've already done a lot as far as the store goes, as far as, you know, a lot of things behind the scenes. But as far as the parking lot, I looked at it and I just, yeah,
Well, that's why I thought September would be a good month.
absolutely.
Maybe
That's
also-
plenty of time. There's, as far as, that should be plenty of time for me to accomplish what you guys are trying to achieve.
All right, let's run it. Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We hope to see you in September.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sorry. Agenda item 5B. This is a conditional rezoning request, RZ 2025-001, the Romulus Trade Center North. And I don't know who the presenters are this evening. There you are.
Hey, good evening, council. My name is Mark Warner, North Point Development, joined by the team that's been working hard on this project, Robbie, Kyle, and Johnny. Thank you for considering our rezoning application tonight. We'll share a brief presentation. We were at Planning Commission March 16th and have performed extensive community outreach, and we'll speak to that here. And thank you to the city for your partnership over the years. So North Point at a glance, here we have a large industrial footprint across the country. The logos you see at the bottom there, we have 450 industrial clients. Many of them are repeat customers. We pride ourselves on the care. We take care of them and you know, provide industrial facilities for these users. We've developed and own roughly 160 million square feet across the country. Through the development efforts, we've created 125,000 full-time jobs. And while this slide speaks to our national presence, we have boots on the ground in Detroit. We've got a Detroit office we opened 5 years ago, and take a lot of pride in that. We, at North Point, we strive to be a good neighbor. We operate through these 6 core values. You know, the one I'll speak to tonight is living generously. You know, our office each quarter has a goal to live generously and do community events each quarter. In Romulus, we've spent a significant amount of time. We've had a fulfilling Romulus journey. This list of community involvement highlights, kind of speaks to our partnership with the city. So we've sponsored and volunteered at the Pumpkin Festival over the years, started in 2022. You'll see a few photos there of the team and their families. We come out and volunteer for that each year. The 8th grade end of the year picnic, we just got signed up to do that again. We'll have team members out grilling hot dogs and hamburgers, and you know, getting to meet the 8th graders, helping them with that event. And then 5 Points Church, that top right photo, you'll see we recently helped them replace their roof. They had a leaky roof, and we know that church means a lot to the city, so we stepped up to help with that. These are just a few examples. You know, the bottom left picture is the Welcome to Romulus sign, and the 3 flags that we raised, I think last fall or summer. You know, we actually had a team member, Robbie, on the team helped manage that. I think it was funded through TIFA dollars, but you know, since our project was close by, we raised our hand to help out. We share this just to show that we've been a good partner to the city. We're committed to continuing to do that. Before we talk about the next phase of Romulus Trade Center, which is the project at E-Course and Vining, I want to provide a thorough update on our current efforts with the Romulus Trade Center South, which is at the corner of Wick and Vining. a 200-acre project there. In total, we've invested $240 million in the city through that project. The project's on track to generate $92 million of tax revenue over the next 20 years. We're working on construction of the 5th industrial building in the 6th building park. Just about to break ground on building 6. And from the area we've constructed, 94% of that is currently leased. And then there's 720 full-time job commitments through the 5 industrial tenants that have signed leases in the park. On the south, at the Wick Road corridor, we are committed to developing a retail corridor to try and connect the Merriman retail corridor all the way over to the Vining exit. If you get off 94 on Vining and head east towards Merriman, you'll see construction ongoing. Tesla's got underground conduit going in, and they've been working on their supercharger lot. And we expect to see construction ongoing for probably the next 5 years. We're excited the city's going to have their public works building in that stretch, and the plan is to continue to build out the retail, provide amenities for the public. So you'll see, Sheets, we brought them in, and that was the first Sheets in Michigan. And then we also have Premier Hospitality. They bought some land and are planning to break ground on Residence Inn soon. We also have Versa Real Estate Group, who's a Detroit real estate developer. We've sort of partnered with them on 4 acres, and they're targeting single tenant quick service restaurants or car washes. And then next to that is the Metro Point North development, where Cater Al Cadre, a local Romulus developer, is planning a food hall concept and a multi-tenant strip center to try and attract different businesses. So all that is keeping us busy. Here's some photos of the park. I'm sure you all have seen it. Won't spend too much time, but the look, the fit and finish, everything you see there with with a lot of plantings and berms and different architectural elements like metal panels, reveals, bump outs, a lot of glass. This is the same fit and finish we're planning for Romulus Trade Center North. So as you see the site plan, you wonder what it's going to look like. The plan is to be very similar. This slide here, there was a video that goes with it, but we'll just show the photos. On the left in the background is a rendering of Romulus Trade Center South that I think we shared with you all in 2021, and then the picture to the bottom right is the actual 1 year after the park was constructed. The reason we show you this is we promised to buffer the buildings, we promised to screen the truck court so you can't see trucks, and to limit view shed into the parking lots, and we've accomplished that. And so we made the promise and we kept it. You can see in the bottom right that the top of the tree is actually kind of taller than what we expected. Community outreach, just wanted to share that this rezoning we're bringing forward today we've had a lot of careful consideration into what the public wants, what their issues are, what the pros and cons of development are. We've taken, we spent a considerable amount of time with the city thinking through the master plan amendment that you all approved and the E-Course Road vision that the consultant Michael Baker put together. We think that the city's initiatives, all of the master planning that's been going on, this project fits squarely within the city's intent. That's our understanding. And we know that we spent time at the visioning process in February of last year, listened to the residents there, listened to the city planner, Michael Baker. The site plan you'll see today is not the first version, it's probably the 10th version because we've had these different iterations through understanding what the community wants. So we did a door knocking campaign back in early March, visited roughly 100 properties and probably talked to 50 or so residents that actually answered or called us back to hear their concerns, and then we came to Planning Commission March 16th. Since then, we made a few adjustments. We also visited with each person that spoke. So March 16th was a long night, and we made sure to hear everybody out. So we went to their house, knocked on their door, left our business cards, and just met with them to understand, really to educate them on what the project is and how minimal of an impact it will be to their livelihood. So that's all great, and then we did a big community event last Monday at the Gateway Clubhouse, which was well attended and worked out. So what we heard, we know that every development's not perfect, so we heard residents' concerns, we've tried to make adjustments. Traffic on Beverly Road was the biggest one. I think, if folks who live in Gateway or live off Beverly Road were concerned that they may see industrial buildings, they may have traffic, they may have truck traffic on Beverly Road. Well, we've got a 727-foot setback from Beverly to limit the view shed and any noise from the project, from the residents at Beverly, and then we don't have access. There'll be a conservation easement that prohibits that. View of the project, as mentioned, we've got extensive setbacks and preserving, 20-plus acres of trees to keep that mature buffer in place. And then where we do have tree removal, we're adding berming and plantings. And then noise, we actually, we had a few folks ask if they'll be able to hear it, and so we did a study, and we have slides sharing that. So there's minimal to no impact at all from the sound study. We'll present that here. And then environmental impacts, folks wondered what's going to happen with any existing wetlands. Well, there's 23 acres of wetlands, and we're only impacting 3.9 acres, and we're mitigating for that. And then the impact to Henry Ruff. So we met with a lot of the homeowners on Henry Ruff, and we basically have heard positive reviews to this point, and we're planning to provide access through the park for emergency vehicles. So first responders will still have access because we realize that's important, and then vacating Henry Ruff will help remove blight. Right now it's used as a dumping ground. So those are the major concerns, and we've addressed them all. Yeah, I'm having trouble with the clicker. Is it frozen? Sorry. Yeah, so I can speak through a little bit of it as we get this up and running, but here we go. Okay, so we're gonna get into the site plan next. Yeah, one slide. Can we go back one, please?
These slides are defective. Let's guess what time we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, keep going. One more. All right, there we go. Thank you. Almost. So the site plan is it's a 100-acre site where we have 2 buildings planned, and when you see it, we've basically designed a donut of buffer, and we're trying to keep the buildings in the hole of the donut. And all the access comes down to Ecorse Road. We have 4.5 acres of retail, so this is not just your typical M1 rezoning, it's a conditional rezoning agreement where we're developing retail as well.
More discussion.
There we go, keep going. Oh.
That one
Yeah. But, you can see the most important part. The city minimum setback is 30 feet, and we've done 727 feet from Beverly Road. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, this doesn't have all the slides, but it's all right. So if you all have the packet, does everybody have the packet? Okay, so on the site plan, you'll see 4.5 acres at the south.
Ooh.
Oh, we might be in it. Okay, well, let's just skip slide 10. I think we're good. So the site plan, as you'll see, there's generous buffers around the sides. We have, you've got the 4.5 acre retail parcel at the south to make it a mixed-use development rather than just industrial. The site plan, as mentioned before, aligns with some of the bigger city initiatives, like the master plan amendment, the E-Course Road visioning process. As mentioned, it's not a typical just straight rezone, it's a conditional rezoning agreement, which includes our site plan. So exactly what you see is what we have to build, and then there's some other, there's some other modifications from the typical M1 ordinance, such as we're limiting dock count to 1 dock per 8,000 square feet, which with the intent there is to really kind of avoid truck terminals or, super heavy docking requirements. The less docks, the more office per se, more employees is the thought there. And then there's no connection to Beverly Road. We've got sidewalk, we've got an 8-foot path along E-Course Road, and then have a path that shoots up the west side of the property to connect to the Beverly Road sidewalk that the city is planning. We have 15% of the tree canopy is going to be preserved. And actually through the tree preservation, we're gonna have a conservation easement. This is something that we'll work with the state through our wetland permitting, and that way, sort of in perpetuity, the trees we're preserving are staying. Yeah, and then so we've got a commitment to attract retail in addition to just industrial. We do that by we're gonna commit to providing access and utilities to the retail pad, and continue to market it to retail users. So the existing zoning out there today, you've got the radio site, which is 23 acres commercial, and the balance is 77 acres residential. The proposed zoning classification is going to be a conditional rezoning agreement, which is specific to this project, as you see it in the packet. 2 buildings, and then we've got the retail. We can keep moving along. So landscaping, we've got a lot of buffering, trying to protect the adjacent land uses. All the access goes to the south, across from Amazon, and then we try to preserve view shed and noise and all the buffering from the adjacent residential. We stuck again?
Where's IT at when you need them?
It's all good. So I think you can look through if you all have it printed out. Next thing we could look at is the renderings. I think we've got views from E-Course Road. You'll see. Okay, here we go. So on E-Course Road, that's where our access is coming. We have 2 drives, and on the renderings, you'll see the renderings facing the building. The truck dock is completely screened with continuous plantings, continuous trees, and then berms. So the intent there is that you won't be able to see a truck. And over time, as the trees grow, you will be able to see the building. As we're starting to see at Romulus Trade Center, the screening is working, so we're using the same methodology here. Okay, we'll hit the vehicular movement plan. So all of our access is coming off E-Course Road. On E-Course Road, we have road widening in front of our entrances. We've got a decel lane to widen the road, and then we're aligning our main drive with the Amazon traffic signal. So we're adding a leg to that and re-signalizing the intersection. The traffic that's going to be generated here. We had a traffic study conducted, and the level of service at that intersection will not be impacted. So it's going to be the same level that it is today. And 80% of our traffic is going to be generated by retail. Yeah, here's another slide showing the traffic movement. We can zoom past this. All right, the sound study. So we heard residents, we knocked on doors, people are asking, will I be able to hear it? The answer essentially is not really. The numbers 1 through 6 show our sound generation points. So those are the nearest receptors, which essentially means people's ears. So the nearest homes at the west, north, east, and south are at the dots 1 through 6. The maximum anticipated dBA level, which is the decibel average per hour, is the max is 50. So at number 4, you'll see 49.9 at the nearest home on Henry Ruff. Inside of that, you'll see letters A through D. Those, so we did a study that showed the generation. Some of the bigger noise generating sources would be the vehicles and the rooftop units. All of that's labeled, and then we studied what is it today. So A through D shows the dBA today through ambient noise, and it's louder out there today from the generators. So as you can see, any noise issues will be drowned out with the existing sound. So it's very minimal impact. Here's some renderings showing potential retail uses, and then the bottom left is sort of bird's eye view at the southwest corner of the property on E-course. It shows how you have retail up front and then buffering between the retail and the industrial to make those paths as attractive as possible, and then you have the building. You'll see a very long drive. We have internal loop roads around the park that's meant for any truck queuing, just to ensure there's no backups onto E-course. We go above and beyond trucks with queuing roads and circulation roads. And then the bottom right would be from the intersection, our eastern main intersection across from Amazon. You see a right turn lane in, we've got decel lane, and then there's existing left turn lane, and then you can see all the plantings and bufferings there. All right, so on the left is the view from Henry Ruff, looking west. You see the existing and the proposed below. You could see the building at the intersection of Henry Ruff and the property line. But as you get away from that building corner, you can't see it because of the existing trees. And then E-course Road, this kind of speaks to the plantings and setback and buffering, where you can see the top of the trees or getting to the top of the building where you won't be able to see any docks or any operations that are on site. The next slide will show renderings from the north. Yeah, so we've set the building far enough back from the road to where you can't see it. These photos were taken in early January, so there's no leaves on the trees, which will create additional buffering and screening. We actually had to outline the building in red just to show where it's at because you couldn't see it in the proposed photo. The Sandpiper Road, that's from the middle of the fairway, I think, at hole 12. And then we've got 2 videos to show, one of E-course Road and then one of Beverly Road, just to show what it'll look like if you were to drive by. Okay, so this is actually Beverly.
Be better with Led Zeppelin or something.
Yeah, so as you can see there's one spot, there's still existing trees, but a little bare area. We're actually gonna have some plantings there. And then all of this is existing forest. it's going to be preserved in a conservation easement. And there's the sidewalk. What's that?
What's the height we're looking at right now? 20 feet, 30 feet, or?
I mean, the top of the building is 49-foot max, so I'd say that was probably 70 maybe.
So you'd have to be up 70 feet here.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, thank you. I think the e-course one, we don't need to click on that. That seems a little risky. So the tax impacts, this is important. The top table shows Romulus Trade Center South. That's the development that we've discussed earlier at Wick and Binding. The table at the bottom is Romulus Trade Center North. So there's going to be $41.5 million of tax revenue generated over a 20-year time span. This project is not in the TIFA district, so benefits will go to the general fund. And then we will hit the final slide. This next slide just sort of summarizes some of the major highlights. I think first and foremost, we at North Point are committed to being a good neighbor and being a good partner to the city. So we will listen. We know that no development's perfect, and through this process, if you approve it, you'll get us as a partner, and we'll promise to listen and make sure it's a win-win for Romulus and North Point. Through that, we have a thoughtful site layout. We've carefully interact with the community, make sure that adjacent land uses are not impacted, and make sure this project's a benefit for all. As mentioned, the tax revenue is significant, $41 million projection over 20 years. There will be local employment opportunities through the industrial facilities operation. We're projecting 300 jobs. Those are full-time jobs. There'll be another 500 or so construction jobs. We have a 2-week Romulus-only hiring pause. So when a tenant signs a lease with us, in the lease you see that local labor gets the first shot, kind of 2 weeks. And then through this you get a project that aligns with the master plan land use and puts a blighted site into productive use. And then we're committed to public amenities such as the walking paths. And we're in the conditional rezoning agreement, the latest term, we added a contribution towards city park or road infrastructure to either help pave the balance of Henry Rock or help with Beverly Road, any park initiatives the city has. And again, this activates an underutilized parcel, and another benefit is the LDFA districts that Aerotropolis, State of Michigan have passed on to Treasury. They need big projects like this to be a catalyst to fund e-course road improvements. So this project will be one of the first ones, if approved, into the LDFA, which can help fund e-course road, stormwater, and widening over time. And again, we believe that this use conforms with the master plan and the greater city initiatives. So thank you for your consideration. Any questions?
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
if I can, first of all, I've seen your work, and it's great, but I got 2 comments. I keep saying retail. Can you identify any of these retail, or you can't? I'm just curious.
Yeah, today we cannot. I can speak to the differences. So at Romulus Trade Center South, we have the Wick Road retail corridor. We have weekly meetings with the city every Tuesday at 9 a.m. to discuss prospects, and we have a full-time brokerage through Mid-America Real Estate. They've reached out to 160 groups that range from really a wide spectrum.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Hospitality, restaurants, car wash, automotive repairs, a wide range. And the same users that we've reached out to at Romulus Trade Center South, we plan to reach out to them with the north. The differences between the 2 sites, it's actually I think there's 25,000 vehicles per day that pass the e-course site. Down at Wick Road, there's only 2,000. So there's 10 times more vehicle traffic. So we think of those groups that we've already reached out to and we continue to follow up with, we think providing this offering
Okay, and then one other comment. You had a town meeting on, was it on the 20th of April?
Yeah.
As an elected official, I would have liked to have been there, but that's just a comment.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Right.
Yeah, and the reason for that is we just, all the residents that we've spoken to.
Because I like to hear what you say outside of City Hall.
Understood.
Any other questions? Well, I was at that meeting, and it was great. The turnout was good. You had I didn't even know they had so many people. The team was tremendous. Any question that had to be addressed, any question they had, y'all had somebody there to address it. And I thought that was great. I mean, they had it, the whole clubhouse was just filled with renderings and cards. They could go to any area in the room and get your question answered. So I really thought that was great. Yeah, and the residents were asking questions. It was a nice turnout of people, but I thought you guys had it well organized and very well put together. So thank you for even going out there. I've never really heard of anybody going out to community. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but for me, I have never seen that before. And just with you guys going out there canvassing, the community and the neighborhood, I thought that was just great. So yeah, thank you for your engagement. It's been over several years, so thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Ms. Roscoe.
Through the chair, and I'd just like to comment, at the planning commission meeting, this room was packed. It was standing room only. And I really appreciate the fact that you didn't ignore that, which you never have. And you went to them, held the town meeting, and so on and so forth, and addressed their issues one-on-one instead of just, not doing anything about it that night, because this room was packed. So, and people were concerned. And
No, they
I
were.
think you really have addressed their concerns, in my viewpoint, as to what I was hearing that night from the
Thank you.
residents.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Mayor?
Through the chair, just one quick comment. I want to thank North Point for partnering with the city of Romulus on multiple develops now. We've been working together for quite a bit, and we talk about the word relationship. And you're actually setting a standard here that's increasingly harder for other developers to follow. Even somebody as big as Ashley Capital, they can't, make the guarantees or work with us. And the fact that I still hear from people going, hey, those buildings they get over there on Wicker are still sitting empty. No, there's 800 jobs over there, but we're talking about the way it was designed was to minimalize any negative impact on the outward-looking community. And the design works. So I thank you for that and achieving that Romulus standard and holding that level of expectations higher. And we'll continue to work to develop that corridor together. So I appreciate, you listening to the citizens of Romulus. You had a meeting here where they filled the room, and you went right to that neighborhood to talk to them. And that's a level of transparency you don't see on a lot of levels. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any other questions? Okay, we go.
Thank you. So council action tonight, it is requested for council to concur with the Planning Commission's findings and approve the first reading and introduction to the conditional rezoning request for RZ 2025-001, Romulus Trade Center North, to conditionally rezone approximately 108.48 acres, including parcels 80-11-99-0006-702 and parcel 80-99-001-99-0006-704 and 32630 Henry Ruff from R1A Single Family Residential and C2 General Business to M1 Light Industrial, subject to the conditions imposed by the Planning Commission and finalization and execution of the conditional rezoning and development agreement by the city attorney.
Madam Chair.
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make a motion to approve RZ-2025-001, conditional rezoning for the Romulus Trade Center North as read into record by the clerk.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth, to concur with the Planning Commission's findings and approve the first reading and introduction to the conditional rezoning request for RZ-2025-001 for the Romulus Trade Center North to conditionally rezone, as read into the record. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you all. We won't let you down.
Number 6 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. This is a couple of things. Like I said, thank you, North Point. Like I said, I was out there, and it was just great. You guys really engage in the community, so really thank you for that and showing up out there. Some other things going on, too. Our DDA Director, Jerry Freyer, we had Wayne County come out, they came out with Tech Team. They got some resources and programs for like our small businesses downtown. So we did a tour of all the small businesses downtown. It was a really good to see them and talk about these resources available to them through Wayne County, through Tech Town. So I'm just going to show this Tech Town folder for our small businesses. You can reach out to Jerry Freyer, our DDA Director, and he can give more information. But they have these free resources for small businesses. As we toured downtown with all the businesses, they were just talking about some of the challenges they experienced being a small business. And so I think it seemed like the information was very fruitful for them. And so hopefully they will take advantage of those along with anybody else dealing with small business. So that's Tech Town Detroit, who have partnered with Wayne County for some free resources for our small businesses. So keep that in mind. And then, thank you, Mayor, for the state of the city. Great presentation that you gave along with the school. And I love the fact that you show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's, I think, is just great. Just transparency. Thank you for that and your team. I know you guys worked hard on that. The school did the work the school did on that, making it a combined with the city school, and it's just amazing to do that, so thank you. It was a great state of the city. Like I said, tell the good, the bad, and the ugly, but a lot of good, so thank you. And then we also had a presentation by the Southern Wayne County Regional Chamber, the new opportunities impact of the Gordie Howe Bridge. So very good informational things we should take note of. It was at the Sheraton this past Thursday. Great information out there, the good panel of people. Shout out to Chris Gerwood from Airtropolis. Great job. He knows his craft. That's all I can say. He knows his craft. And they had a good panel of people out there as well, talking about the impacts and some of the challenges, things going on regarding the Gordie Howe Bridge. So just more information. Stay tuned. But that was a great event by the Southern Wayne Chamber. That was great preservation. And then we had a great event at the fire department. They had the fire truck commissioning ceremony. They pushed in the fire engine, the new fire engine. They pushed it in. I didn't know what they was talking about when they said that, but it was great. It was great. So I'm going to shout out Reggie Miller, got great accolades. Thank you, Mayor, for what you did, and the fire department, just giving her kind of like a great send-off. She's not rerunning for her seat. So it was just a really good celebration of everything she's done. She was very instrumental, right, in that, us getting that fire truck. So thank you, Rep. Miller, and we really hate to see her move on. And then our senator was there, Darren Camilleri, just a whole host of people supporting that event. And it was the pushing that fire engine inside. It was great. So yeah, kudos for that and all the work that was put into making that happen to get that fire engine. So, and then just talking about the fire, I just want to shout out to our Captain Thee, who's going to be retiring here soon. And he has got another gig going in Belleville. He's going to be the fire chief over in Belleville after his retirement. So I want to shout out to him because I went to his swearing in on Monday. It was great. And just as a side note, I went to the Belleville City Council where they swore him in, and they do consent agendas. Just saying. But anyway, so went to his swearing in. It was a great event. Congratulations, Captain Thede. for the work you've done in Romulus for 40 years. And moving on to your next thing after you have finished your time here in Romulus. Thank you. And then he had an event at Hook and Ladder, horrible horror movies, and it was horrible, but it was funny. So I just want to tell you guys that support our Hook and Ladder. Our next horrible horror movie is scheduled for May. It'll be May 22nd, so keep that on your agenda. The next horribly horror movie night is May 22nd. And then they're also going to have a production, The Trip to Bountiful, the first week and second week, it looks like in June. And you can reach out to Hook and Ladder, HOOKANDLADDER.LUDUS.com for tickets for that production. And then the Romulus Rotary Club is taking on Cinco de Mayo this year, your first one, correct? For Cinco de Mayo, that's amazing. So that is Friday, May 1st, from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Doors open at 5:30. Food, fun, raffles, tickets, $20 in advance, $25 at the door, at the Romulus VFW Post 78, 39270 West Huron River Drive. Of course, Romulus, 21 and older, please, and for information, please call 313-655-3438. Cinco de Mayo, that's being taken on by our Rotary Club of Romulus. Thank you. And then lastly, I think that's everything. So just want to thank just all the stuff going on in our city with development, with just community activities and involvement. It's just a lot going on in our city that's right now that's really, really good. Very exciting time to be in the city of Romulus. And again, I've said this for years, we're on the precipice of greatness. So just continue the great work. And I want to thank everybody for their engagement in our city. Thank you. And on that note, I want to turn this over on our agenda. I'm just to been talking about it to the council. We have council people that's on boards and commissions, kind of want to do some report outs, see what's going on with our boards and commissions. We're going to start with Celeste. You want to start off, Celeste? And she may have given everybody a copy.
I did. First of all, I'm liaison for the Planning Commission, which stays very, very busy. And so tonight I just passed out one of the reports they give us each meeting of the month that kind of shows everything that's going on. Planning Department Development Status Report. This is updated as of April 8th. As you can see, we got 5.5 pages of lots of stuff they're doing. And they're staying busy, so you can kind of look that over. One of the prime examples is the North Point presentation tonight, and that comes through Planning Commission first before it comes here. And a lot of this comes to us, a lot of it doesn't have to come to us, but at least you got, I'll start bringing reports and giving it to you so you guys can look it over. And I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Anybody else report? Ms. Apple, you have anything you want to report out?
Yes, the cemetery board will be meeting tomorrow at 4:30 if you'd like to come.
Where did they meet in that, here?
We meet
Here, okay, thank you. David Jones out. Mr. Wadsworth, you got anything? Your next meeting?
Our next meeting is sometime in August, and we're paying our bills, and the what's the term I'm looking for with retirees? It's getting smaller.
Okay,
Every time we meet them, it's improving.
thank you. Thank you, it's good to know. All righty, I think that's everybody.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
if I could, on a personal note, former Councilman Mr. Kraut, Harry Kraut, is going through a very difficult time right now. In the past 2 weeks, he's had 2 surgeries. He's in a hospital in Dearborn. The outcome is good, but
Okay.
he's going through a very difficult time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Prayers for Mr. Kraut. Thank you. Anybody else have anything they want to discuss at this time? If not, can we get an approval and accept the chairperson's report?
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Ms. Abdo to approve the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 7 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Madam Treasurer, and Clerk, Deputy Clerk, those in the audience here today, and those tuning in at home. Before I get into my report, I'd like to direct your attention to the monitor and a quick announcement from Vanessa Tolliver in the Mayor's office, and also Heaven from our Mayor's Youth Council.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Tolliver, and here are some events happening in Romulus. The 34th District Court is inviting the public to the 5th Annual Community Day at the Court on Friday, May 1st, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. In addition to tours of the facility, attendees at Community Day will enjoy a car show, food trucks, and public safety demonstrations and more. The 2026 Eco Fair, sponsored by the Romulus Garden Club, will take place on Saturday, May 2nd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This free Earth Day celebration will be hosted at the Romulus Athletic Center, and you do not have to be a member to attend. Visit our website for more information. Registration is open for the spring free citywide yard sale that will be held on May 14th through the 17th. You can register online or at the clerk's office. Thanks, everyone. Remember to like and share us on Facebook and YouTube, or visit our website for more information. You have yourself a lovely evening.
Well, I stand corrected. I apologize to Heaven. We didn't have her on there, so I'll have to make it up to her and get her back in the studio. So I'm not sure what happened there, but we can work on that. I also want to piggyback on what Mayor Pro Tem was talking about with the New Bridge, New Opportunities meeting we had at the Sheridan. That idea came with SWCRC and also the Livonia Westland Chamber, and they put that here, and that was when we talked about this trip to Mackinac to the policy conference and the things we can have happen up there in the networking, and that idea came out of there. So I wanted to acknowledge, Kevin Kraus and the ComDev team for putting that thing together. It was a great event, showcased Romulus, a lot of movers and shakers from all over southeastern Michigan. Got to see the Sheridan, they see the work in the hotel district, they saw the development behind it, and they see the opportunity here to continue to watch Romulus and reinvest. So great job by that whole team for putting that on, and again, highlighting Romulus. I also want to thank everybody who showed up for our 28th annual Clean Sweep on Saturday. Once again, she did a great job. Everybody came out on Saturday. I think it's another record crowd that we had out there, and everybody did a fabulous job picking up, showing some community pride. I've even seen our city clerk out there picking up coal patch in the middle of the road, so thank you for that. Everybody did their portions. So, many hands make light work, so I appreciate everybody that comes out and keeps up the hard work. Also, a couple birthdays. Councilman Bill Wadsworth's birthday. I think he turned 32 again last week, so happy birthday to you, sir.
31.
And we also have one coming up on May 1st. Happy birthday to our clerk, Ellen Craig-Bragg, also Person of the Year, too, so happy birthday to you. Action items from my report. First, we have the support equipment purchasing for PD with the JAG grant. I respectfully request City Council authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached memorandum of understanding with Wayne County Department of Homeland Security for the 2025 Justice Assistant Grant to the amount of $15,599.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and adopt the attached resolution authorizing the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached memorandum of understanding with Wayne County Department of Homeland Security for the 2025 Justice Assistant Grant Funding Program Award to the City of Romulus and accept monies from Wayne County in the amount of $15,599.
Support.
Who was that, Ms. Wadsworth? Who supported that? Oh, okay. Thank you. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth to concur with the administration and adopt the attached resolution authorizing the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached memorandum of understanding with Wayne County Department of Homeland Security for the 2025 Justice Assistant Grant Funding Program Award to the City of Romulus and accept monies from Wayne County in the amount of $15,599. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is a continuation with the lead line service replacement. I respectfully request City Council authorize, respect to City Council, award bid ITB 25-26-19 for the EPA Community Grant Program to the lowest, most responsive bidder, Eminent Excavating LLC, in the amount of $788,288. An additional award of $525,000 to allow DPW to continue identifying and removing additional lead line services in the city of Romulus. Maria Ferris, Finance Director, has verified that funds for this are available.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
I'm going to move that we approve ITB 25/26-19. It's for the EPA, a community grant program project, and it involves the lead line service.
Support.
Okay. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Roscoe to concur with the administration and award bid ITB 25/26-19 for the EPA Community Grant Program project to the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder, Eminent Excavating LLC, in the amount of $788,288 with an additional award of $525,000 to allow DPW to continue identifying and removing any additional lead line services found during the project, bringing the total award amount to $1,313,288. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have up is for additional security measures at our senior center. And respectfully request City Council's authorization to piggyback on the GSA contract GL-07F-173CA for purchase and installation of new proximity readers from Actron Security System at a cost of $90,953.04.
Through the chair,
Ms. Abdo?
I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and consent to piggyback on the GSA contract GL-07F-173CA for the purchase and installation of new proximity readers, keypads, video surveillance system from Actron Security Alarm System Incorporated at a cost of $90,953.04.
I'll second it.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, seconded by Mr. Wilhide, to concur with the administration and consent to piggyback on the GSA contract GL-07F-173CA for the purchase and installation of new proximity readers, keypads, and video surveillance system from Actron Security Alarm Systems, Inc. at the cost of $90,953.04. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next action item I have up is for tech services and for additional program enhancements. I respectfully request City Council authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached professional services agreement with Zones LLC for the assessment of our Microsoft Exchange system under the professional services clause of the City of Romulus purchasing ordinance for a total cost of $14,300. Gary Harris, Deputy Finance Director, has verified funds have been budgeted for and are available.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion to concur with administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached professional services contract with Zones LLC for the assessment of our Microsoft Exchange system under the professional services clause of the City of Romulus's purchasing ordinance for a total cost of $14,300.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wilhide, to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached professional service contract with Zones LLC for the assessment of our Microsoft Exchange system under the professional service clause of the City of Romulus purchasing ordinance for a total cost of $14,300. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The last action item I have up is for a budget amendment. Requesting introduction of budget amendment 25-26-18 to cover allowable expenses associated with community programs and employee programs.
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
I'm going to move that we approve of the, or that we pass the introduction of the budget amendment 25/26-18, and it's for the community programs and employee programs.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Abdo, to concur with administration and introduce budget amendment 25/26-18 to cover allowable expenses associated with community programs and employee programs. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Just one last note, just want to thank everybody who came out to the State of the City. Again, it was another good presentation to report out, like you said, the good, the bad, and the ugly, some challenges we haven't figured out yet. We're going to continue to be laser focused on and work those things out for this community. But that used to be a fundraising event, and we turned it into a free event.
Yeah.
And we encourage, Romulus residents to come out. So hopefully they'll come out next year, see what's going on. They'll understand better the challenges we face, and continue to promote our community. And it was a pleasure, again, having the schools out there to talk about their challenges, the good, the bad, and the ugly as well, because it's the state of the city. It's not a
Right.
fluff piece. It's talking about the work we're doing and trying to get done. So
Yep.
thank you again for everybody who helped put it together. I had incredible staff working on that one, and also the people who are doing the good work, because I got a great team behind me, and they do all that good work, and it makes it easy to report out on. So thank you. That will conclude my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. That's taking us to number 8, the clerk's report. And I have 2 action items, but I have a couple of announcements really quick. First, I want to ask council if you would adopt a memorial resolution in honor of Doris Gray Bennett, who passed away on March the 9th, 2026. And after the motion under discussion, I just
Okay.
want to
So
give a little
moved, Madam
highlight.
Chairman.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Abdo for the memorial resolution for Ms. Doris Gray Bennett. Discussion.
Yes, thank you. Through the chair, Ms. Bennett, she worked for the city for 10 years. And then after she retired, she actually went and worked for 16 years with Romulus Community Schools as a para. Her daughter is Tammy McGreen. And so she's kind of been an active member around the community, but she did pass away March 9th. And so that's why we like a memorial resolution. So thank you, council, for that.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
I just wanted to say that I actually worked as a co-op student under Doris Bennett when she was working for Dansby, so that was my actual first introduction to the city, which was many years ago. But great lady. So.
Yeah, great. Thank you. All righty. Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Then I want to announce that regarding the honorary street sign, that deadline is coming up on May 4th. You must turn your applications into the clerk's office by 4 o'clock. And the applications are available on the city website, and there is a $100 application fee.
How long has that been open?
Pardon?
How long has that been open?
Since the first Monday in April.
In
So
April,
it's been
okay.
open, right, for a month.
Have we gotten any responses?
No, not yet.
Okay, thank you.
So, still a little bit of time. And also, just a quick announcement, the Juneteenth celebration, this is our 4th year, will be held on Saturday, June the 20th, of this year, will be held in the Historical Park. And want to tell Northline thank you, because you did make a contribution. And so the last 2 years, so we'd like to say thank you for your contribution to the Juneteenth celebration. Did I say Northline? Sorry, North Point. It's late. I'm tired. We all are. I am so sorry. I'm looking at something that says Northline. But anyway, it's a great event, and it's a day of gathering with family and friends, and so So we hope everybody will come out, and it's from 12 to 5 o'clock PM. So
Yay.
that's Juneteenth.
Okay.
And also, I want to wish Mr. Wadsworth happy birthday.
Same to you, Ellen.
Well, thank you, but you know what? There is another birthday coming up that we have to mention, and it's on May the 2nd. I wonder whose birthday that could be.
Whatever, Ellen.
Our Mayor Pro Tem, she'll
Thank
be
you.
celebrating her birthday. I think she's gonna be 25, right?
Yeah,
Madam
that
Chair,
part.
25 again? Okay. So May 2nd, our Mayor Pro Tem, she'll be also celebrating a birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Councilwoman
Thank you,
Talley.
likewise.
Thank you.
I knew you was gonna do that.
You know, we do what we do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, action items under the clerk's report. For 8A, for second reading and final adoption is RZ 2025-003, conditional rezoning for Merriman School Romulus shelf storage. This conditional rezoning request is for, RZ 2025-003, Merriman School Self-Storage, to rezone 12.88 acres of a 25.25 acre site located at 15303 Merriman Road, parcel numbers 80-138-99-0005-000 and parcel number 80-138-99-0006-000. Rezone this from an R1A single-family residential to an M1 light industrial for the purpose of redeveloping the former Merriman School to a self-storage facility with industrial flex space and moving van and small truck rentals, subject to the conditions imposed by the Planning Commission and finalization and execution of the conditional zoning agreement by the city attorney.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion for second reading and final adoption of RZ-2025-003, conditional rezoning of Merriman School, Romulus self-storage.
Need a second.
I'll second it.
Thank you. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wilhide, to concur with the Planning Commission's finding and approve the second reading and final adoption of the conditional rezoning request for RZ-2025-003 Merriman School, Romulus self-storage, as listed by, reflected by our clerk. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhide?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
No.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. The last action item under the clerk's report, 8B. And we're asking council to concur with the recommendation of the Department of Public Works and the city attorney and approve the attached application submitted under the Metropolitan Extension Telecommunications Right-of-Way Oversight Act under Public Act 48 of 2002 by Gateway Infrastructure LLC and accept the $500 application fee. And I believe our city attorney wanted to have.
Yes, just to make, through the chair, to make a few comments on this, because I know this was the last second edition that wasn't part of the original agenda. This is what's called a Metro Act permit for the laying of fiber and telecommunication cable related to a Metro Act law by the state of Michigan that was imposed really on the state and the communities and the local communities to streamline the process for kind of cabling up, fibering up the state during a time. So, I mean, municipalities, including Romulus, don't love the Metro Act because it limits the fee to a $500 permit fee no matter how much work or review goes into it. But in reviewing this application, it is appropriate, it is set forth what's in the statute, and the purpose was to streamline, so you know how we all can get, we don't have as many dropped calls or have as many bars now than we did 10 years ago. Well, that's part of the reason for this, to make this a streamlined process. This was presented to me, and we needed to add it to the agenda because we do have a timeline in which we need to get these applications approved pursuant to the statute. So I have reviewed it. It is appropriate. I have talked to the DPW representatives reviewing it as well, and so we're looking for approval of the permit.
Gotcha. So I want to entertain that motion.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion for the approval of Metro Act application for the Gateway Infrastructure LLC.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth to concur with the recommendation of the Department of Public Works and the city attorney and approve the attached application submitted under the Metropolitan Extension Telecommunications Right-of-Way Oversight Act, PA 48 of 2002 by Gateway Infrastructure LLC, and accept the $500 application fee. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. That concludes the clerk's report. Takes us to number 9, the treasurer's report.
Good evening, and thank you. I have a few announcements under my agenda. I won't keep you long because I know it's late, so thank you for still being here. Again, happy birthday to all those that we mentioned and those that we did not. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. That is Sunday, May 10th, so Happy Mother's Day to you. National Day of Prayer is coming up. That is Wednesday, May 6th. That's an important day to remember. And the Cinco, I do want to mention that that was a fundraiser that Goodfellows did for several years, and now, as mentioned, Rotary is now running that fundraiser, so please attend. It's very important, and we would love to see you there, and it's always been a great fundraiser. And then finally, and very, very excited to announce that we are having a ribbon cutting for the Veterans Memorial. Yay. I know we've been waiting for a very long time, but I believe it was worth the wait. Thank you to the mayor and to council and everybody that has been on board with that. That is going to be on Monday, May 25th at 10 a.m. Letters will be going out. We are planning the event, and all are welcome, so please invite family, friends, neighbors. We want to honor our veterans. So thank you again for everything, and I look forward to seeing everybody attend that. So thank you. And that is it for this evening.
Thank you. Just a quick correction, the National Day of Prayer is Thursday, May 7th.
Oh,
It's always the
Well-
first Thursday of every,
perfect. Thank you.
well, you know, because we do the Ministerial Alliance thing.
Absolutely.
So, no,
That's why
thank
it's
you though
important.
for announcing it. Okay.
Thank you.
And I just want kudos to our city treasurer and your team for for the Veterans Monument, bringing that to fruition. It's beautiful driving by, so did an awesome job, and I know there was a lot of work, and so kudos to you. All right, we are now at public comment, and this is number 10. And this is the portion of the agenda for those who are still here with us this evening. I know it's a little bit late. Again, you can find the rules to address city council on the back of your agenda. To address city council, please raise your hand, and once you've been acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium. And then also, members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first, and then lastly, you will have 3 minutes to speak. Any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. Madam Chair and Council, I do have 2 cards.
Okay.
The first card is coming from Mr. Red. Mr. Red, yep. Did I?
Everybody looked at that and wants to say Reed for
Oh.
some reason, it's just an extra D. So I'm Mr. Red, live on 4th Street, north of Beverly, south of Van Born, just to put it into perspective. But I did want to start out tonight by saying thank you all to City Council. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for the hard work that you all have been doing. We've been here in Romulus, my wife and my family. I live on 4th Street, as I mentioned, and our home was built in 2000. But I do want to encourage all of us, all of you in particular, to keep going with what we're doing. We have to keep encouraging the kids, giving them places to go and things to do. Please keep in your minds, your hearts, Fernandez Park. I know Ms. Dumas and DPW have been working with all the parks. I did read the development plans and the goals of the mayor and city council and everything else. So I do appreciate that. We do have homeowners, but some of my neighbors have asked me, somehow I've become kind of the older one in the neighborhood, even though I'm still young. But they've asked me just to really reach out and ask the mayor if he could maybe put a letter in the mail to Romulus Public Housing, Formidable, or the management company. I think we just need to go beyond going up there and talking and speaking. Really, the property as far as blocking the sidewalks, noise at night and music, the grass. They used to have a really good company that kept up the grass. It's decent now. Trash, I know that the mayor had spoke to that before in the past. But if we can reach out to Formidable via something in writing, not just a phone call, if you will, and just because I think that goes a lot further sometimes. And then lastly, what I'll say is we do appreciate, myself and the homeowners over in that area, the stop signs, the flashing, the speed detectors, those things do help. But then the next thing is just keep encouraging the kids to go to Fernandez Park instead of, we're always afraid one of the kids are going to get hit. They play oftentimes in the street, and I know we had to reduce some of the basketball rims that was there from approximately 4 to 6 to 2, and I understand why. A little bit of paint and de-weeding continues to go a long way. And then there's a walkway that essentially runs from the park down to Chamberlain. DPW does a phenomenal job of cutting the grass and all those things, but same thing, we have to continue to go further. So thank you for your time tonight, Mr. Mayor, City Council. I really appreciate that on behalf of myself and the many neighbors who talked to myself and my wife. We just wanted to extend our thank you and appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next request is from Michael C.
City Council, Mr. Mayor, good seeing you at the cleanup that day. So after the cleanup, I went and I had a few drinks and did some summer, springtime cleaning. And I found a book from when I was 7 years old. And a lot of stuff I draw in there is like, I love my mom and dad, just nice kid stuff. It's like animals, it's Mario, it's RoboCop. RoboCop just came out. I used to draw pictures when I was 20-ish with my friends. We would sit around a table, have a few drinks, and draw some ridiculous stuff. I'm not bringing any of that in because it's a little crass. I still drawing animals, but like a giraffe doing certain things. I came across this Romulus newspaper 20 years ago when the chemical plant led to an eviction. And the way I feel about things, I went through like a lot of emotions. I was like, oh, I was a sweetheart kid. Oh, I drew other weird stuff. Oh, I see this happening. And it kind of made me feel like I'm not really important. Like this chemical company, what they should have done was put people up in like a hotel room or something instead of having everybody act like they're in a bomb shelter. There's a few things I wanted to talk about, but I'm going to try to keep it short. It said eventually they said, let it burn. And every day I wake up, I kind of feel like that. Let it burn. But I try to do what is right and good, and it's getting more difficult these days because I'm finding out that there's like real monsters out there. We've had a kid show up at the protest that I'm not going to talk about, but from what I heard, a woman put her hands on him and he pepper sprayed her. But he came back over towards old people and pointed it at them. I got between him and them and told the old people to back off because I would rather get pepper sprayed than have some old people get pepper sprayed, even though I do kind of blame them for the economy. I'm still going to jump in front of them to protect them. There was a report. The kid keeps coming back. They are agitators. I just wanted to let the city know that there are agitators coming to your city. And they are friends with people that are like legit criminals. Like the one guy that broke his leg, I read up on him. And yeah, I guess he's not paying child support and doing a bunch of stuff. I went to the city police and I told them, listen, like, I talked to them about doxing because he's trying to put my name out there, my job, and I'm like, that's fine, get me fired, I don't really care. I'm worried about my family, so I told the police basically like, listen man, if these violent people come to my house, I'm gonna call you guys afterwards, I'm gonna handle that. Like, I'm not worried about myself, I'm worried about my family. I'm going out there and saying things are messed up, and I don't really care if they get me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've already outlived my friends. I'd read this stuff, I don't think I got much time, but I don't want them messing with my family. So if we're gonna have violent agitators there, the people I'm with, I don't think that they want help from the police. I can't speak on their behalf, but things change people, is all I'm saying. I wanna be a sweetheart, but if violence is coming to me because people are hateful, I appreciate you guys for your time.
Thanks, Michael.
That was the last written request,
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Do we have anybody in the audience that want to speak at this time? Can you close that up, Madam Clerk? Oh. Oh.
Please don't put people in that.
We're going to close that out.
Number 11 is unfinished business. Number 10 is new business.
Madam Chair,
Mr.
I
Wilhite?
have something under. After the budget session that we had with the 34th District Court, I don't feel comfortable voting on a budget when we didn't get the information that I feel that we deserve. So I would like to make a motion to request that the city attorney write a letter to the 34th District Court requesting more detail regarding the additional $200,000 being requested for fringe benefits and as put in the court's budget, proposed budget, and also to update the submitted budget to reflect the city's direct funding as of 6/30/23 for $455,213 as presented in the proposed budget on 4/6/26.
I'll support that motion.
All right, it's been motioned by Mr. Wilhite, seconded by Ms. Abdul, to request the city attorney to pen a letter requesting detail regarding the budget as stated by Councilman Wilhite. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Ms. Abdul?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Madam Chairman.
Mr. Wadsworth?
If I could, to the chair, the mayor, has the Metro Airport reached back out to us at all over that property on Eureka?
Yeah, we actually had a very good meeting with Chad Newton, the CEO of the airport, I believe the Monday after that. He wanted to make sure that we understood that our concerns as a community were heard, and they're already trying to work on a different plan. We just had a really frank discussion. We're about development and growth. However, we made it clear in that meeting, we're about the citizens of Romulus first, and if we're not going to see a growth in tax base, why would we want to encourage that kind of development? So I did suggest to them in the future endeavors to make sure they reach out to the community further, faster in the process, so that way they could hear what our concerns are going to be. So we're going to continue to work together, grow that environment or that relationship, and I think it went pretty well. So
Okay.
time will tell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, takes us to number 13. The warrant, request approval of warrant 26-08.
Through the chair, I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 26-08 in the following amounts. General fund, $371,269.42. Major street fund, $10,885.01. Local street fund, $24,551.52. Public safety fund, $128,437.14. Cable TV, $924.03. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $4,640.36. Community Employee Activity Fund, $135.24. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $113,173.59. Oakwood SAD, $202.79. Tax Increment Finance Authority, $94,073.05. Downtown Development Authority, $37,411.64. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $3,605.33. 911 Service Fund, $721.88. Drug Law Enforcement Fund, $513.51. Law Enforcement Federal, $6,403.80. Library Fund, $6,532.89. Water and Sewer Fund, $91,979.46. Motor Vehicle, $169,888.47. Technology Services, $18,227.20. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $17,155.16. Revolving Fund, $1,792.50. General Tax Fund, $7,025. Impress Payroll Fund, $34,167.04. Delinquent Personal Property Fund, $72,188.34. Totaling all funds, $1,215,904.37.
Quicker we second, we can get up out of here.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Abdul, seconded by Mr. Wadsworth for the approval of warrant number 26-08 for checks presented in the amount of $1,215,904.37. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Abdul?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 14 is communication.
Any? I just want to make a note, I want it noted for the record. North Point is still here. The North Point team is still here. I just wanted it noted for the record. And I know people, they get their stuff approved and they up out of here, and that's fine. But I just want it noted for the record that North Point is still here. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Merriman Road's here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Merriman Road too. I'm glad, okay, Merriman Road too, they're still here. Where you from?
They're the Merriman Road project.
Merriman? Okay, they're still here at 10 minutes to 10. I just want it noted for the record. Thank you.
All right. Number 15 is adjournment, and the time is 9:50.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, seconded by Ms. Roscoe for the adjournment of this meeting. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Bullock?
Yes.
Mr. Wilhite?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned.